Introducing Millard Manufacturing's automated high-speed pepperoni stick processing cell. The cell is designed with options at the in-feed and at the docking processes to offer you multiple methods of stick processing from 36mm to 52mm inventory. At the beginning of the cell, this video shows an automated robotic-fed placement conveyor design. For hand-fed applications, we use a stick placement incline conveyor with loading table, which is common when robotics is not available. The placement conveyor is responsive to the status of the peeler. Through the process control package, sensors confirm the status of the line, and the placement conveyor feeds cased, whole stick product into the peeler for processing. The stick rate, based on sensor feedback and line speeds, generates a range of 16 to 26 sticks per minute and more. The RK Badger Model 20 automated casing peeler can be used solely as a hand-fed peeler, or it can be integrated into a process cell as shown. Coupled with the peeler is a regenerative blower vacuum chamber, which vacs the removed casing from the peeler away to the holding chamber, where it can later be discarded properly. The peeler processes each stick in about 1.5 to 2 seconds, followed by the next stick in line a few milliseconds later. As long as there is available stick product, the peeler becomes a continuous processor. Stick product, now uncased and leaving the peeler, travels through a pipeline-style metal detector, and the product is checked while in motion. Once through the nylon tube, the stick is then controlled by the slingshot conveyor, traveling at a rate of 470 feet per minute and delivered to the in-feed of the rotary reject system. At the rotary, it's decision time. If the upline detector sensed metal or detectable foreign substance, a signal would be sent to the rotary to rotate and dump the stick into the reject bin. If the upline detector was not triggered and no signal was sent, then the sensor on the rotary confirms that good product has entered the rotary. A servo drive rotates the product into the Pac-Man feeder housing. Here, product is allowed to accumulate or simply index through the feeder down to the Pac-Man feeder discharge mechanism. The stick is metered from the feeder onto the docking conveyor. Each time the docking conveyor indexes, a flight pocket opens up for another stick to move from the Pac-Man to the docker. Stick product will now be prepped for the slicer. At the docking conveyor, the process is to cut off the tapered end of the stick to a diameter that is an acceptable diameter when sliced. The docking blade assembly is a hard-mounted assembly. Meanwhile, the product indexing conveyor is on an adjustable pivot mount. This allows the indexing conveyor to be set for the proper length of tapered product by the docking blade. At this point, the stick has had the casing removed, it has been metal detected safe, and has been end docked and prepped for the slicer. On a slice line cell such as shown, the docking conveyor is a responsive conveyor. As the slicer calls for product, the indexing action of the docking conveyor responds and fills the need of the slicer. The slicer is an RK Badger Model 2 6 multi-stick slicer that can slice 22 to 60 inches long stick product through the dual lane cutting action at a rate of 6,600 pounds per hour. As product drops down from the docking conveyor and fills each lane, it is moved forward on a feed belt, traveling at a rate of 625 feet per minute until it enters the tractor drive slicing zone. The process through the slicer is fluid and continuous, producing a steady flow of perfectly sliced product.